Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everyone. It's Sunday morning, 7 a.m. I have my piping hot caffeinated beverage. Showed the breakfast. Looked pretty cool. A lot of stuff to choose from. Today we are going to go to Lake George Village, check out what's going on, do some activities, have some lunch. But first I gotta wake up a little bit and have my coffee. Next time we see each other, I think we'll be in Lake George Village. All right, we're heading into Lake George Village. Here's a Tiki Hotel. How cute is that? It's been there forever. And on the right, we're gonna have Fort William Henry Hotel and the fort itself. There's the hotel here. A lot of haunted histories. Oh, I missed what it said. Hopefully, maybe we'll do a haunted tour later tonight. It's Howard Johnson's. There's a cute little park here. Here we have the Mohegan Steamboat. I don't think it's a steamboat. We got tickets for the Mini Haha, which comes back at 11:45. So I got tickets for that. Look how clear the water is. Here is the fort, Fort William Henry, 1755. We'll go walk around there later today. Look at these boats coming over here. I think I could, top if I move my finger out of the way. I think you can rent boats, pontoons. Like there's a pontoon over here. Jet skis. I haven't seen any parasailers, but there is parasailing out here too. So it's a little overcast, a little windy, but the wind feels nice because it's a little bit warm today. So our boat should be coming back soon, and then we're gonna get in line and get on. Oh my God, look at the little babies, you guys. Oh, look how cute they are. Here's the mom. Some of them are hitching a ride on mom's back there. They're tired. These guys are lagging behind. Oh no, they're hurrying. They're catching up to mom. Look at that. All right, we're boarding the Mini Haha now.
Very deranged man.
Here we go. Morning. I got a little look at a bar. Inside seating here. It's a little loud. We're gonna go upstairs. And we are underway. And bye-bye, Lake George Island for a little while.
Been plying these waters since 1908. Started out as a wood-sided vessel, burned coal and wood for steam. Today she's all steel, burns diesel, has twin screws in the back, and she is truly the last of the Mohicans. Across the pier from her, preparing for her luncheon cruise, is our other sister ship, the Lac du Saint Sacrament. She's 4 decks, fully air conditioned, fully carpeted. She'll hold 1,200 passengers, 400 for dining. She's designed after the Hudson Day liner, the Peter Stuyvesant. Iroquois, and they named the lake Andiaturocte, or lake that shuts itself in. And if you look around, you'll see that's an apt description. We're completely surrounded by the foothills of the Adirondacks. Later in 1646, French Jesuit priest Father Isaac Jogues, first European to see this lake, he renamed it Lac du Saint-Sacrement, or the Lake of the Blessed Sacrament. Then in 1755, Sir William Johnson, he renamed the lake to honor his then King George II.
These beautiful houses over here. They have our own little boat slip. It's pretty cool. Toot toot.
As you make your way around the Mini today, you may want to stop by our engine room. It's down on the first deck aft. It's enclosed by glass, has an observation deck. You can walk right in and see the operation of a real steam engine. Hosts a boiler that creates 6,000 pounds of steam pressure per hour, and that steam operates two horizontally placed reciprocating engines. And that's what turns that 12-foot wooden paddle wheel back there. That's all that's pushing us through the water right now. We are a real steamboat, folks. Man, come on now. Let's pay attention. No, that's all right. It's a game for kids of all ages. Yeah, that's the Statue of Liberty over there underneath that American flag. She spends the weekends here in Lake George. I know what you're thinking. It looks a lot taller on television. And it's at this point in the cruise, and the fact that it's Flag Day, take a moment to acknowledge any men and women on board in the armed services and their families, and of course our veterans. Thank you for your service. St. Mary's was built by the Paulist Fathers of New York City, and they've been sending their seminarians here for over 150 years. St. Mary's on the lake. And we're going to ring our deck bell, and sometimes one of those seminarians runs over to the chapel and rings their bell. Let's see what happens.
Let's see. Come on, you can do it. Yep. They're having lunch. Huh. Not today. Hi.
Was won numerous awards for their landscape and design, and each has been featured in Better Homes and Gardens magazine. The gray one is Tumblebrook, named for the small brook that tumbles down the northern border of the property, and the white one, that's Braylock. And Braylock is a Gaelic term which means hillside and water. Feet give you a 10-minute tour of the southern base of Lake George for free.
Free?
It will cost you $90 to come down.
Look how beautiful. Oh my gosh, this one's huge.
And there's Plum Point. That's home to one of the few commercial establishments on this shoreline, the Antigua Resort.
Uh, 29 more miles this way.
There's 108 miles of shoreline. It reaches depths over 200 feet. And the lake flows northward to its northern terminus, the town of Ticonderoga. And there it enters the La Chute River, which is actually a series of rapids and falls that drop over 200 feet to the shores of Lake Champlain.
this lake is the distance.
Some historic visitors there over the years. George Washington slept there. Ben Franklin paid a visit. Alexander Hamilton stopped by. And he found his way over to Albany, New York, where he met a girl. It's built for Royal C. Peabody. He was the founder of Brooklyn Gas and Electric, which later became part of Consolidated Edison, the Con Ed system of New York City. It's designed by Stanford White, and he designed the original Madison Square Garden. And off to our left or port side, see our sister ship got here to our right, and sometimes they answer back. So I'm going to sound our steam whistle. Stand by.
No one's answering. You hear someone shooting.
That'll...
We got a little dock underneath that restaurant.
That's the Inn at Earlo West. The original structure's there to the left with the red brick chimneys. That was once the estate of Edward Shepard, famous New York City attorney. Structures to the right and behind were added in recent years. There's a bed and breakfast up there, fine dining restaurant, and a banquet hall. The Inn at Earlo West.
We'll have to check that out. I'd like to stay one of these one day too.
You know what? I'm on.
It was once the estate of Charles Tuttle. Charles was prominent in New York politics for many years. And in 1930 took a run at the governorship. But he lost in a very close election to a rather worthy opponent, Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
What am I doing?
And we're going to say hello on our steam whistle. Oh, great. Now they're going to come.
Representative.
Oh, they have tea. At 200.
And there it is right there. Little cabin in the woods. DoorDash people hate it when they call.
No.
Once the estate of Colonel Walter Price. Price was not a military man, that was an honorary title. He was a beer brewer from Albany, New York. Looks like he brewed pretty good beer. Today it's privately owned, and if you're looking for a summer retreat, you're in luck, it's for sale. You can scrape together $23.5 million. You'll have yourself a highway. Also a hiking path to the top. And as you might imagine, from up top, on a clear day, you get quite a view of the southern basin of Lake George. It's actually a sandbar. That's why the danger buoy is there. Water over there is about 15 inches deep. So we're going to stay over here. That sandbar is created by the mouth of English Brook. And that brook has some historical significance. Forces traveling south as we are now, hoping to take Fort William Henry in front of us.
Before we even made it to the front of it, I recognized the street that was coming down.
There's the Courtyard Marriott. We stayed there. I tried to get a room there, but it was very expensive right now. But off season, it's not that bad. They get a room with the patio. Great view of the lake right there. Then you have all these other ones here. I don't know if I've stayed in these in a long time. I'm guessing they've redone them since last I've seen them. They're probably like very retro, 60s, 70s. But I'm hoping they redid them since then. Look at all these beach chairs. They're pretty.
Rena? Going a nice meal. They're open for lunch and dinner, and you get a great view of the lake.
At the Lighthouse Grill for lunch. Let me show you guys the menu real quick. I don't know if it's my eyesight or everything's just really blurry to me. But there you go, real quick. And the entrees, even a breakfast on the other side. Did you see that? There's another boat coming in right here. And then this boat next to it, I think that's the one that burnt down a few years ago. We got a nice view of the lake as we're sitting down. I got this yummy Bloody Mary. My husband got a cranberry juice, and I love these glasses that the water is in. It's very cute. All right, our food is here. I have the cheeseburger. I got some bacon on mine. He got the crispy chicken sandwich, which looks delicious. And we got some fries. So we are going to dig into this. Here is Lake George Village. Got these cool shops. It goes down that way. It goes all the way up this way. There's a little village mall. We'll go there. Even though my battery's running low, but we'll try. I have the House of Frankenstein Wax Museum. I haven't been here in years. We keep talking about going in there. I do, but not right now. Yeah, let's do it tomorrow. I got the old-timey shooting gallery. Look at this. I love it. You gonna do it? No? If you're ever in Lake George, you have to go in here, the Dilligaff store. And if you don't know what it means, do I look like I give a blank? So go check it out. They got cool shirts and stuff. All right, here's the little mall area. Let's see, there's so many different choices. They got a downstairs too, where you get the boat rentals. There's a Big the Foot here. These cute little figurines. Snow globe. Little skeletons. Little sleeping puppies. They're just walking down. There's a Christie's restaurant down here. I wonder if that one got any better. Remember, it was kind of not great view, but the food was not that good. Some more stores over here. They used to have an old-timey photo place, remember? Is that where we got our picture done? Maybe it's down here. Very nostalgic. Lots of arcades, gift shops. Oh, you got some parasailers out there. People fishing. We will be back. Oh, the tiki barge is out.